Guys, so I'm starting this live. It's your girl, the Duchess. I'm going to give it some time. I'm going to let people come in, but I need to know if I can play music because I'm going to drive myself crazy. If if it's really quiet like this, I'm going to drive myself crazy. So I'm trying to see what background music. I'm waiting for a melody to pull up. So I'm going to let everybody take a minute, but I need to know Instagram's terms and conditions to know what I can play in the background. Are we gonna get flagged as soon as my girl joins if I start playing instrumentals in the background? We're not about a freestyle or anything. We're just gonna talk. We're gonna chit chat. Shout out to my girl Sunset Melody, who will be checking in. She's gonna join in pretty soon, all the way from California. My fellow Jersey native. We're gonna talk about the Grammys, all right? And you know I'm about to go full conspiracy mode about the rituals and everything that was going on at the Grammys. But I don't know. I don't know. It's giving weird vibes, but I will say there was a lot of people at the Grammys that did shout out you know, Jesus Christ, God, and actually stood up for each other and condemned ICE up there on that stage for the Grammys. So I thought that was very reputable for those that did it. For what people don't know, just for me to, talk real quick while we wait for my girl. A lot of people don't know that the Grammys is like an all day thing. Like there were people that were confused about what time it started. And, like we saw Kehlani win an award on Instagram, but we didn't get to see that live. So what a lot of people don't know is the Grammys are literally going on for hours. What we see is like the main event. You know what I mean? So we get to tune into the main event when they're having the red carpet. I want to say that's when, like, the divas and everybody are getting there. But from if I'm not mistaken, a lot of people were getting awards early. And then remember, Cali is in a different time zone. What's up, Nene? How are you? That's crazy. My chat is given full circle. I had London in here. I had Nene in here. I got Mel pulling up. It's like all my childhood friends. I see Rob in here. I'm definitely giving the ghost of Christmas past. Ooh, I knew that light was about to fall down in the background, but we're still good. We got good lighting. I need this music to go in the background. Oh, one second. Okay, we're back. We're back. It's funny. I wasn't sure after I said it how life was and how if you guys were talking, but it was definitely a full circle moment to see all of the names that popped up. But yes, the red carpet. So let me talk about how old I am and how I literally couldn't even make it through the red carpet. My plan was to watch the red carpet, stick it out, watch the event. Couldn't even make it through the red carpet. I started watching the interviews because a lot of you guys know, whether you know me through tarot or through battle rap, I did interviews. My dream, my goals was to, be on the red carpet and do interviews. I was looking at them like, shitting me. I wouldn't be standing up for hours. Or what I noticed that I gave a lot of credit to the people that were doing interviews on the red carpet. Picture this, right? Let's say you're interviewing someone and then you see another star that's bigger than them. You can't just be like, all right, bye. Oh my God, look over here. We got Kanye West in the corner. Like, you literally have to play it off nicely, end the conversation, see them out of the conversation, and then call in the next person you see on the red carpet. And a lot of these new reporters on the red carpet, they get a lot of slack because they don't know a lot of these old celebrities. So when these old celebrities are on the red carpet, and if they don't know them, it's hard to hard to interview. And I think that there were people who got in trouble, like they didn't know who Babyface was and certain things like that. Okay, guys, Mel is in the building. In the building. I'm going to And I'm gonna tell Mel what we've been talking about in here. And she actually has been there live and direct. Hey girl, hey, and can give you some insight. How
Hi.
are you
Oh,
sipping
I,
your
I got,
tea?
I had to hydrate for this. I have to hydrate for our conversation.
Oh my
Um,
God. I was trying to put background music. I was like, I don't know if we're allowed to have music. So I have like spa music going. I'm like, let me turn this off before I fall asleep. I had the binaural beats going.
that's good. Yes, energy. How
Oh,
you
'cause
doing, boo?
I am good. I was talking to the people. They went right into it. As soon as I went live, they're like, what do you think about the Grammys? What do you think about what was going on? So I was saying what I thought was interesting and what I found cool about the red carpet was from a reporter interviewer standpoint. If you see a celebrity, right, and you're doing an interview, but then you see somebody bigger walking by and you know you really want to get that interview, there's an art to it. And I
Yeah.
noticed that they were like, I said, I know you lying. Girl, don't make us pull you up in here. Let us know when you're ready to get pulled up and we can make this a three-way.
Don't start. Don't start
But,
something. Don't start writing checks you can't cash.
right. But I thought it was a good art form to notice and to see like there's a way to kind of exit out one interview and be
Hmm.
like, oh my God, it was so great to see you. You're amazing. Can't wait to see what you have next. But we have Kanye West walking down here and, like, kind of closing it out.
Yeah.
And I know it must be hard trying to navigate that, or them being so young, they don't know the old celebrities.
Right. Ooh,
Mm.
that's happening a lot now. I've noticed. Like, but I feel like if you're, I don't know where the disconnect has happened. Where it's just like I don't gotta know about them. I'm just here to get like who's relevant. But just know the game. Know who's who.
Right.
You have your sheet. You
Respect the
have your
game.
you have your sheet, bro. Like when so I've done the carpets a couple of times, the Grammys a couple of times too. And so I didn't necessarily have to, I was behind the camera, I was filming. Hi
Hmm.
son. So I I've seen firsthand too, just like how people will they'll be talking to somebody, it'll be like Sweetie or something like that, and then the
Hmm.
legend will just be sliding through, and you do have to like, okay, you gotta wrap just get to the question
Right.
about their current project right then.
Yep, butter them up. It was so great to see you. I'm so proud of you.
get,
Like,
get to the meat, and then
yep.
I know you gotta go. I know you gotta get to your seat.
I don't want to stop you
Don't
from
let
where
me
you're
hold you.
going. This red carpet is flowing. It was interesting. And I was telling everyone, I don't know if you got to see it. I fell asleep for the red carpet. I didn't even make it to the main event.
Girl, neither have I. I'm everything. I just be sleep too, and up at the wrong time. I'm up at 8
Right.
o'clock over here, and nothing's happening. So I did not catch everything live. I'm kind of backtracking, but it's no surprise to me. I feel like there's just certain staples and certain things that seem to always happen. But I'm catching some of the things, like some of the tributes,
Mm-hmm.
some of like the little performances here and there. I did see a little bead with some shorts. I saw I saw B with a little B.
So I was trying
Um,
to like connect the symbolism, and I didn't know if I was reading too into it. Like, was he being vulnerable? Was he trying to bypass like the whole stylist thing and was like, I'm just gonna go in there and just show you who I am and be open with you guys? Like, but then it's like I have so much appreciation for Justin Bieber because when I look back at his old interviews, he literally was like crying for help or like telling us like, why are they talking to me like this? Why are they saying he was such an old soul? So I feel like now he gives me what we wanted Justin Timberlake to be. Like what we expected. We figured when we got old, Justin
Hmm.
was gonna be the R&B king. He was gonna give us those soulful albums. He was gonna take us to church. And
Hmm.
he didn't really deliver the way we thought he was gonna
He took
deliver.
us. I think he needed to go to the woods, and once Justin went to the woods, it was like, okay, Papa, we're ready for you whenever you want to come back.
Come back. Right.
We're ready for you whenever you want. But hold on, he did. Didn't he do 2020? Was that after the woods? I don't know, but he did a little something. It's
Yeah,
just,
but I just need him. I just expected like I don't know some gospel by now. I wanted some gospel
mm,
from them. So I'm hoping that we get that from Justin Bieber, and I know that it was a lot for him to get up on that stage in this
yeah,
climate
yeah.
with everything that's going on.
Yeah, it is. You do watch everything from a different lens now. Like
Mhm.
you see, because because we're in the age of disclosure, buddies. Now it's like it's not how it used to be. I think before you would watch performances and you would feel like you kind of speculate, what could be
Mhm.
happening. But now you just feel like, yo, I feel like I know what this person has gone through just based off of
Mhm.
the reports I've seen, based on the fact that Diddy's not here. Just
Yep.
like you're looking at him now specifically, since we're talking about him, it's like, yeah, him performing in shorts is just taking on a whole another feeling
Right.
that you're like,
Right.
okay, man. I'm sorry, man, but thank you for continuing to give us the heat,
Right.
sharing your
I
voice.
was happy we even got that album at that time because that was
Yeah,
like the best form of therapy that he probably could have did was to just like just get it all out there.
yeah, yeah. Man, I don't know. What do you like? Do you feel that too? Like you're starting to look at the people that we grew up watching and are
Mm.
just starting to see like either because there's the other part to this where you're either seeing like, dang, are they victims, or the other side is like, are they a clone?
Right,
Like,
right,
is that really
right.
them?
Because the
Like,
clones, we're gonna go there, people. That's what we came here for. If you know us, this is what we're about, and we are
don't.
definitely. So I follow a page that this guy does extensive research to not even just clone. Yeah, I guess it would be cloning, and he shows you like our celebrities versus celebrities in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, and how identical they are. And like this person could very well be this person. This one could very well be this person. Um, the cloning, like there it could go two ways because then we got Amanda Vines and it's like reverse cloning where you just did something else to her. Like she went so far off the deep end. Britney Spears makes me feel like it's not so much a clone, it's a mental state.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like she's stuck. I believe Britney is stuck in "I'm a slave for you" video, and
Mm.
that's why, like to us,
Mm.
she's like dancing, but she
Yeah,
is in practice right now. She is like getting ready for the stage.
yeah, yeah. It's like that. Like we always talk about when we're saying people are like in their get out, the whatever the holding state is.
Hmm.
And it's a lot of people are saying that a lot of like these psychics and people that we like tune into and listen to, people are starting to talk so much more about um like celebrities and stuff a lot more than they used to. And the thing that I'm seeing for sure across the board, like you said, like there people are like waking up and seeing like, yo, what's going on, why do they look the same like from the 30s. But
Right.
also I've heard a lot of people talk about soul swapping,
Mm.
and that's been really interesting. It's kind of a hard pill to swallow because they're implying that basically if you don't, then this is entertainment purposes only. um Supposedly, allegedly, that if you basically reach a certain stature and you start to begin to become unhinged in some capacity, it's like reel them back in. If you don't agree, if you don't oblige, then we have the capability to just out you go into the spiritual like
Mm-hmm.
holding pattern, and we'll just soul swap you. You'll keep your body and
Yeah, and I believe it because I think that they've been doing it since MK Ultra. Like people
mm,
forget, like all the stuff that we see, all this Avengers stuff that we see is real shit that they were doing in the 40s and the 50s. That there's proven like books that the army was literally testing on all of this stuff. So we'd be crazy to just think like, you know what I mean? Like none of this stuff is going on and they wouldn't do it to benefit themselves. And the psychic Sloan Bella, she did a certain video on Jay-Z, who has been getting talked about a lot. And she said that him specifically, that she sees in the future, like you know how we go to museums and stuff like that, and you see the statues and you see little artifacts, that they're gonna try to almost like almost like virtually connect you to his talent, like you feel what they felt. You step into it and you could get a you could pay for this essence or this what, and I'm just like, this is
what?
all cloning, this is all soul swapping, destiny swapping, and certain things like that. And I feel like, okay, I'm gonna blow your mind real quick. So
Please.
a friend of mine was saying, right, because you know, you always hear people doing the evil eye, destiny swapping. They have shows about it, Behind Her Eyes. And I feel like not everybody understood that show on Netflix, because unless you really know about remote viewing and people like that soul swapping, then you're not really gonna get it. You're gonna be like, what the fuck kind of Netflix show is this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like people do it more than we would expect them to do. But I had a friend say, what if you do it in a good way? What if you want, say, like a beauty spell, but you're doing it for yourself?
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to somebody trying to swap it with a celebrity, or you want the energy of a celebrity, you're just like trying to empower yourself. So it's very much so, with evil is a good way to do everything. Like I feel like
Yeah.
as much as good magic is out there, there's bad magic that's out there, and
Mm-hmm.
it's, and we're realizing that a lot of these celebrities are satanic and are
Mm-hmm.
following some satanic shit. But then the cloning, is that satanic or is that science?
Well, this is okay. So this is the part where I'm like, you know, I think that collectively we probably should start becoming more investigative, but also like
Mm,
releasing a little bit of our judgments about it, because there's no getting around the fact like there's light and there's dark, and one can exist without the other. So
right.
we might as well get cozy and comfy with the fact that there's day and there's night. And
Mm,
so if there, and because we live in a world of duality, and this is what we signed up for, guys, like to
facts.
experience that, is you can't. So it's like, yes, it is messed up, because that means that a lot of the terrible things that happen like in our human experience is like could be really awful. And
Right.
then but also then without those things, we, yeah, I mean, some of those things have like, you know, we're getting these scientific developments.
Right. Can we
So
clone Einstein? Can we clone somebody good?
you're right, like it's crazy. I think you're right, though. I think like maybe it would be nice to see
Right.
more of the like. How are these things benefiting people now? Like, how are we see? Because it's just so much infiltrated about like how it's not going to our benefit, and
Mm-hmm.
how people are trapped, and how everything like I'm even seeing in the comments, it's like everything is super satanic, everything is evil. We live in an evil world, while those things per like from perspective wise, yeah, but also like hold tight, because things from like a perspective are gonna shift. Like we
Right.
have to see all of this stuff like come up, we got to see it bubble up, and then I
Right.
think after that maybe
Yeah, and I feel like it's a good thing like that you brought that up, because like me and you are always saying, like, we talk about all this crazy stuff, but we're still super positive. Like, but this is
right.
the best time to be alive, because there's no need to kind of fear monger. You know what I mean? Like we could talk about the government being reptilians. We can talk about all this stuff, and still I'm still gonna wake up and be love and light every day and excited for what
Yeah.
life is going to bring and whatever is going to happen. So I think it's important for people to see that too, that it's okay to point out the obvious, like, wild shit that's going on in the world without letting it, like, make you angry. Like, we're not gonna
Hmm.
go and try to fight the president right now. Like, you know what I mean? As much as we don't like him, I have like a countdown. I'm just waiting for the next election. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's only so much we could do. And then you see journalists like Don Lemon getting locked up now for just
Mm,
talking. Like, I'm a little worried on Twitter. I am very outspoken on Twitter when it comes to, especially, like, I've been on my Candace Owens, I've been
yeah.
on my conspiracy, and I've been like overly tweeting and saying stuff. And like on TikTok now, you can't even say Epstein. You can't say
Mm.
certain things without it
Okay.
getting blocked or like
Right.
monetized and stuff like that. Because a lot of you guys in the chat, we were gonna have this talk on TikTok last week, and then they updated and changed all of the rules on TikTok in the middle of the night. And I actually used good old Chat GPT, and I was like, Chatty, who's the new investors? And they gave me a name. So then I said, okay, who is this name? Like, where did he come from? Who is he cool with? All the usual suspects, cool with all the evil people. Like, it's
Hmm.
so obvious what's happening and what they're doing. And it's honestly, it was making people scared to go live, scared to talk about certain things, scared to
Yeah.
comment certain things. And I feel like we just got past that. Almost like they set us up, like
Hmm.
Elon Musk literally last year was like free speech. You should be allowed to say whatever you want. Here, go crazy. And we all started going crazy, and now you're getting in trouble for it. Now you're
But
getting
okay.
locked up.
Wait, I'm giving it. But you put it out, so I can't talk about it. I can't reflect
Hmm.
on it. No, you can't. It is. I'm glad you brought this up too because I'm thinking that I don't know, man. I I feel like what I'm seeing a lot of is that people are getting also upset when you're not talking about what's going on. Like I'm seeing a lot of celebrities, like even Billie Eilish, she mentioned something about like you're staying quiet, like yeah, quiet.
Yeah.
And I feel her. Don't get me wrong. I feel what she's saying and I know where it's coming from. It's like I can't be the only one talking about this when it comes to
Hmm.
like, the political thing. I know it's uncomfortable, but if you're quiet, you're complicit. And for me, I think that everybody's got a part to play.
Mm.
So not everybody is going to be a freedom fighter in this story, right? Like let the protagonist protect, let them do,
Right.
because whoever's in seat right now from a political standpoint in every way, they have to do what they have to play their part, because this is necessary for us to see what is no longer serving us. This is not,
Right.
everybody's uncomfortable. I don't care who you are, you're in this country, you're uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And it's like let everybody do what they do so you can see who's who.
Let them weed themselves out, because
Hmm.
it's going to happen. It's not, what they're doing is not sustainable. It's really like, it's also really, it's like ridiculous.
It's
And then
very outdated. It's very outdated. And I feel like we can see like the new generation, the tides are turning. The new generation is talking back. Like the new generation is definitely asking questions, and it's like they want you to act like you don't see things with your own eyes. Like I am the biggest Jay-Z fan. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody loved Hove more than me, him and his wife. You know what I mean? But when they just recently brought his name up in certain things, I saw the comments and they were like, oh my God, you think Jay-Z was hanging out with billionaires in 96? Yeah. Rockefeller was made in 94. You can Google it. Like, it's like people's, like, their brains go out the window. We've been saying Aaliyah was underage our whole lives. We
Mhm.
all quietly joke that Beyonce was underage our whole lives. But when it comes out, we're like, what? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. No, it's not.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. It's true. When it did come out, I was even like, oh, I didn't realize, because it was so, they look like women. But maybe,
We
because
were
it's
so
like,
young that we didn't realize that those girls were also young. I didn't know
yeah,
Mary J. Blige was that young. I didn't know all of these girls were that young.
yeah, me
Little
neither.
Kim, I didn't know she was that young. Like a lot of the things that we saw growing up, I don't think it clicked to us.
Mm-mm. No, it is. Oh my god, it's just so weird now to like
Hmm
grow up with them, and then be like, y'all okay?
It's kind of weird when we're looking back
That's
at it. These
right.
stories don't sound that crazy anymore.
Yeah, man. It's we were get. Oh my god. I mean, I think the first time was it Michael Jackson where it was like, to me that was the first time where like when you sent me that video about what
Hmm
Candace Owens was talking about, I was like, wow, I didn't think about that. You know, we love Michael and we grew up with him, and so did our parents. And then
Yep.
all of a sudden, the news just like really, you did feel like they attacked him. You weren't sure if like it could be true. Well, he
Right.
does have all these kids around him, so he is a little soft spoken. I mean, I don't know. They're making a good case. You got me
Right.
wondering.
And I remember like us going to shop, right? Us going places and magazines just being everywhere, wacko jacko, and having like the worst pictures of him and him looking crazy. And so now when we look at the media and how
Mm-hmm.
easy it is for the media to portray certain things, like I look at the media and be like, this is fake. Like this isn't, you can see a story now and see people running with it, and you just notice how stupid it is now. And then when we were younger, that's all we had. Like whatever paparazzi came out with, we were believing it. That's the story we were running
Yeah.
with. Like we had collective rumors. We all believed Marilyn Manson removed his rib collectively.
Yes.
We all believe Sierra might have had a penis at one
Right.
time. Like, where did these rumors start? Like, there is a way that media plays a big part, and when they don't like you anymore, they know how to tear you down. They know how to get rid of you. They know how to ruin your legacy instantly. And I think Michael Jackson was the biggest wake up call where we were like, yo, they really like took this man and really like switched up his legacy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the
Yeah.
whole rabbit hole with the Michael Jackson. His sister turned on him. There was all types of stuff.
Yeah, man, that was really uncomfortable because it's a part of you that's just like, well, I guess also maybe that might have been the start of like cancel culture, right? Just
Mm,
like in that way. And then now with social media, it took on different legs. It's like crazy. Now it's like, now you can, as an artist, hear it directly from consumer. It's like the
hmm
people I'm making the art for, it's like cut me up now.
And I heard when he was doing remember the all I want to say is that they don't really care about us,
Yeah.
that was all about Palestine. He went because they do this thing with Israel where everybody from they try to send you over to Israel and pitch it to you. Whether you're going to college, whether you're going to Harvard, whether you're in media and all the celebrities, they do this free trip to Israel. And while you're out there, they try to tell you why Israel's so amazing and why they should back you up. He went, he did his history, and he heard about Palestine, and he felt for the people in Palestine. So Palestine, Africa, that's he was on his Princess Diana, I'm traveling. And when Michael came back screaming free Palestine, that was it. That was when they started with the wacko jacko and the certain things. So it's like once your views go a certain way, they switch on you, but it's so crazy how they can condemn you for something
Mm-hmm.
good. You want to save humanity and they're labeling you a pedophile or like something crazy in the media.
And don't let it look like it connects. Boy,
Mhm.
don't let it look like it
Yep.
connects even a little bit because wow. I mean, but then also, I think what also messes us up is that there are also on the other side of the spectrum real things going on with
Right.
real people that are doing these really horrific things. Like, we're seeing someone like a Diddy. Like, I don't
hmm
think that we saw the tape. So there's proof. We're looking at it. It's not anything that we can be like, oh, is it conspiracy? No.
No, it's there, right?
You could, in a lot of accounts, and people could barely talk about their experiences when under like working with him. And so I'm like, man, it really has. We're going through a really hard time with it's an attack on our discernment,
Mm.
basically.
Mm-hmm.
And this is tough. It's so tough for us, I believe, because we did have that like attack from the media, kind of like pouring into our brains to kind of shift how we're looking at people.
Yep.
And then real things are also happening, and they're narrating the story however they need to. And so it's just constantly being
Yep.
fed. So yeah, like I think this is part of that moment in time where we're being like overfed information constantly, and then we are addicted to it, so
Mm-hmm.
we just keep consuming
And then
consuming.
they're harvesting our energy because they know we're commenting, we're arguing about it, we're talking about it. They're literally stealing our energy with it.
Just gotta be able to. This is why, like, I come to you, Lee. This is why
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you gotta know yourself, because for me, I we're both very sensitive, and for me, I think I have not as much of a like, my threshold is different. If I'm starting to go research mode and I go too deep and then I just start getting lost, I got to pull away.
Mm-hmm.
And in some ways I'm sure you do that too.
Yep,
But,
yep. I
but
stopped like, it's getting too negative. I'm
it's
going
getting,
down this rabbit hole. It's getting dark. It's getting
it's,
dark.
I'm just like, I'll get the rest from Lee, because I'm really, I know that these are really important times we're
Mm,
living. Whether it's good times, bad times, just we're living in very unprecedented and important times in human history, not United
facts.
States history, it's human
Yeah,
history.
because it's a
So
spiritual war going on out there.
it's a lot. So I just like, I dive in a little bit and then I pull back, because again, going back to that, like, what am I gonna do?
Right,
What's my part?
right,
What's my part in this? And so I'm hoping that I'm getting to the point for myself that I'm like, I used to think I wanted to be like, fight the power on everything, but I just need to be honest with myself. And some people are going to step in and get on their freedom fighter stuff, and they're going to do it in the march. They're going to do
mm-hmm,
it in the lives. They're going to do it, speeches. But some people are going to do it in their music, like the
right,
Beavers. Some people are going to do it in their art, in the movies, like the Ryan Cooglers.
mm-hmm,
Some people are just going to write their poetry or take their pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like, let everybody like consume and then metabolize the way they need to. And I think that we're going to be all right at the end of the day
word.
if we just like accept everybody's way of digesting all of this, like, themselves.
Yeah, because even conversations like this and us talking, like, you see people popping in, they're like, that's satanic, that's this. That means that we're all on the same page. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? We're all thinking the same thing. And like you said with the freedom fighter, I'm gonna end up getting into a fight or locked up if I keep going the way I'm going on Twitter. And I think what I need to focus on in 2026 is being informative. Instead of arguing with somebody,
Mm.
telling them why they're incorrect or why they should look up something else and why they should look into something. Like someone said today, oh, how could Jay-Z be such a bad person? But all the people that they named, it was such a bad example. Like it was a horrible example. J. Cole looks terrified all the time and like he just wants to run away and be doesn't look like he will part with celebrity. Meek Mill was in all types of drama. They thought he was Nicki's hand. You know what I mean? Like, and so I felt like I was sitting there arguing on Twitter, and I'm just like, there's got to be better ways to inform people without
Right.
going nuclear and having to like really, really start cursing people out. Like, 'cause people just, they don't even do, and a lot of them are bots. A lot of them are put there to make us argue, to divide us. There are many pages I'll go to argue with, racist pages, and when you click on them, they got one follower. They got like, you know what I mean? Like
Right,
everything about it just looks crazy. And it's like, these people were put here to get under your skin.
right. Yeah,
But then you get the people like Nicki Minaj. Let's talk about Nicki for a second. Because Nicki, yesterday was the first time that I was torn because I want to agree with what she's saying about the satanic stuff and them eating babies. I 100% believe they're eating babies and that they believe that that's giving them powers. But how are we supposed to listen to you, Nikki, when you're also endorsing Trump, who is also doing that?
right.
And then you're condemning your fan base. She's being homophobic. She's talking shit about everybody and their mother. And you're literally with people who condemn your entire fan base. Like, what fans do you have left
Mm.
after selling out?
No, no, no. This thing with Nikki is honestly something is the math is not mathing for me. I'm sorry. I don't know that I'm totally. But okay, no, she was showing her ass a bit before this anyway, saying things like like just getting on Twitter and doing the thing, going back and forth with the Jay-Z
Mhm.
thing, and just doing all that and attacking people. Like okay, and then also just always getting into it with other female artists. Okay, so I knew like off rip, we've seen it and we're like, okay, girl, you just starting stuff all the time. We don't know if this is
Right, right. You
you
can't play nice.
or if you got a song coming out. I don't even know anymore. But
Right.
this to me, just to me screams like infiltrate on the inside, play the part, like
Mm.
do go all the way, make it look crazy. I gotta look insane. I'm gonna look insane, but trust me, after this,
Yeah.
we
Like
gonna be
she's
laughing together,
activating her petty.
right? Like I don't know. So I like to think that maybe we might get a surprise at the end of this. It won't land well because Nikki is too far, but it won't land well. I don't think if this were to
Right.
happen. But I'm wondering, like, do you think it could be possible that maybe this is some just self-serving thing to infiltrate on the inside and then play the part, act like a puppet, but not really
Yeah,
a
like
puppet.
have protection. Like maybe like she needs the protection because she knows she's about to say all these crazy shit. But it's
Uh-huh.
like the things you're saying are also being said about the people you think are protecting you.
Right.
So,
Yeah, it's just weird. I can't pinpoint the hand holding the it. So if anybody, to me, I'm like, this would be, if this were a movie, we would see probably at the end of this, like, she was a person that they extracted and then put somebody else in there
yeah,
because this
yeah,
don't make
yeah.
sense to me.
Soul swapped her. Like that's not even her anymore
It's like,
right now.
sis, I know you fucking lying with that glue, with the gel. I know you.
She came wobbling in there. Let me tell you something. I couldn't even believe my eyes. Like, what is even happening?
it's just what in the reptilian pet
Yeah, it was
with the
given a lot
claws.
of weirdness.
I don't know. I'm just like, to me, I'm not buying anything anymore just as they're serving it. Something
Yeah.
to me always is, it just feels like there was something else that happened. I can't remember right now, but what was it? Like everything, man. I don't even care if it's even the breakup, even that breakup with that lovely couple
I
that
yo
they.
that I'm so far gone that I was like, oh, this is their humiliation ritual and they're about to get famous right now. I was like, he's about to be a fucking Michelin chef right now. Like he's about to do a big, why is she at the Grammys? Like I thought I only knew them. Like I thought they were my little TikTok couple. I had no idea that they were that famous until they broke
Hmm.
up. And then I'm still confused at why she's at the Grammys and why she's doing all of these things. I'm like, she just does backflips in her living room. Like, where did this money come from?
Listen, she backflipped her way into the money, and God bless her. And God bless her because she brought the coin for her family, and you know what?
Hi.
Great. I just don't under I think that we it just shows you really don't know what's going on either way.
Yeah.
Like you could have been idolizing these people, but even then, I used to look at them and used to be like, she just does so much, and I'm looking at his responses, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Is he in it or is he not in it? I'm not sure. And then they're coming out of it, and I'm like, I knew it.
So there's another couple. Well, it was really the lady. I think it was like Make It with Micah or something. Like she does cute little like pack your lunch with your daughter and pack your lunches and do your Stanley, and she's like going like this all the time.
Oh
And
yeah.
she has all of these Stanleys, all of these like, like the little toppers for it. And then now her posts are like getting my daughter ready as a stay-at-home mom going through a divorce. Honey, you're gonna have to go to work now because I don't understand how you could do both. You can't be stay at home and going through a divorce. Like, but
Yeah.
it's all these people on Instagram and the that portrayed themselves as these beautiful couples and these happy families, and they're going through a divorce. Like he got tired of you and your Stanley and not going to work, packing them lunches. You ain't pack him a lunch in a long time.
I
You
heard
can't believe
somebody.
everything that's on there, man. You can't believe it.
That's why I think too. I like following creators too that are like honest about
Hmm.
just what they're going through. Like, I like both. I want to see, the happy stuff, but I think what keeps us like out of the loop with reality is that nobody wants to share reality. Like everything, not everything feels amazing all the time.
Hmm.
Sometimes things are like confusing. Sometimes, and I get it. We use it as a tool, but this is beyond the tool now. Like
Yeah.
this is really you're an avatar already, and you as this character on this in this play that we're playing in life, then you decide you're going to create another character for yourself,
Right.
and that's the one that you're living online. And now we're so detached from what's reality, what's where it's really messed us up on a whole another
Yeah.
level. We don't even know what's sometimes AI or not, unless it's
Yo,
like that.
that's been happening so much lately. Or it'll be real and I think it's AI, or it'll be
Yep,
AI. They had a picture of Lotto and 21 Savage, and
that
it
was
looked so, and it's her pregnant, and they were like,
yeah.
oh yeah, they got tired of her. And I'm like, what? Like these pictures look so real. And I remember Black Mirrors having an episode about that where they were saying celebrities are going to start getting mad because that's going to cut into their money. What you would let's say what you would normally pay Denzel, you could pay him half because you have so much old footage of him that you could cut and screw it, and you could make a movie with his voice and AI that you don't even need him in the physical.
Yeah.
And I saw
Yeah.
Candace was saying that with Kanye, she wants Kanye for her intro.
Mm.
7 seconds for a Kanye intro would be like $40,000. Just and he doesn't, and it doesn't go to him. He doesn't own the rights to it anymore. And then I found that funny that 2 days after I read that, Kanye issues an apology to the Jewish community and this and that.
Right.
And it's like, who said that? I didn't see Kanye say that anywhere. It was one post that just kept getting reposted.
Yeah. No, everything's weird, man. Everything's weird. Everything's weird, guys. I don't know. You know what? Also, like, feel free to ask us questions if you have any
Yeah,
questions,
yes, if
or
you're in the chat, so many people are popping in and out.
yeah. Hold on, because I think I'm going in and out. Am I going in and out for you?
Oh, I hear you clear.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I thought maybe I
Yeah,
had to switch my Wi-Fi, but I think I might. Um,
I hear you clear.
okay.
Also, speaking of racism today, people are so stupid. This generation, I'm worried. I'm worried for them because they don't even know that Puerto Rico is part of the United States. There are so many idiots that are complaining about Bad Bunny and talking shit about Bad Bunny. So TP USA, Turning Point USA, which was Charlie Kirk's organization, right? Let's keep it real. We didn't even know who the fuck Charlie Kirk was until he died. I never heard of Charlie. I never heard of Turning Point USA. So I don't know how they fill up these stadiums. And I
Yeah.
don't know how they like have these like to me all of that is fake because
Mm.
I've never even heard of this, right? Where do they get their money from? So they are so racist. Mind you, they're pushing the agenda that they're so Christian and they're all about faith. They're so racist that they're having their own Super Bowl halftime show. So while everybody's watching Bad Bunny, they got Kid Rock. Don't nobody want to see Kid Rock. Don't nobody want to see Kid. What are you doing? Erica Kirk and Kid Rock and their pyrotechnics, we're good. Like you gotta be really racist and really beat to spend all of your money to have your own Super Bowl show to condemn another American because he's American.
That was the most weird. Like that's what I'm saying. I mean, like that is weird, weird. Like how, guys? Everybody's everybody who's on here is an immigrant. You're an immigrant. This ain't your land either. What are you talking about? What are we doing?
How quickly they forget. Like I wish that the Native Americans would make their own ICE kind of gang and they would just start getting like throwing out all of these people. So I sent you a video and I felt bad after I sent it and you said that you were trying to stay away from watching those videos with the ice and
Oh,
people and, and I'm like fuck she's trying to avoid it and I'm like here watch this before we talk
nah,
about it.
it's all good. It's all good. 'Cause I was gonna run into it regardless. I'd rather my girl just ease me into it. Cause
And ice hit close to home, man. We hear about it and we see a lot of videos. And my boyfriend has even said it like, oh, that's not around us, that's not near us. It is very near us now. It is
hmm
very much so in every community near us. It's I'm not far from Patterson and Passaic. They're all over there. Even in my towns where people would think they wouldn't have ice all over here. They're definitely here. And then just to see Jersey City and Hoboken, they're at the light rail. They're
right,
going on the elevator. Just my thing is, are you asking for identification or are you literally just pulling people that look like they're from another country? Because that's weird.
uh-huh.
Then a lot of them, you can tell under the mask and how they talk that they're from other countries.
hmm Or even
So it's
from that
like,
same city.
it's a form of selling your soul to the devil. I think that that's definitely a form of selling your soul. Anybody who signed up for ICE, because I'm gonna be honest, with all of the footage I've seen, none of them ICE agents look white.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I question that too when I see these agents. Even like back when George Floyd happened, like even in those protests and seeing like um, when deployed for like just army and everybody to just kind of like maintain order.
Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm seeing all these faces and I'm like, yo, I'm seeing people in their masks themselves, kind of like chanting, themselves, because it's like you got to do this job. But yo, like at a certain point, do you go home and look at yourself and be like, because how good is the package deal? That's what I is the package deal so good
It
that
has to
basically
be.
it has to be, yo.
They're giving them like tens of thousands, 50K incentives, or there probably has to be like a percentage of how many people you round up. And now half of me, no, more than half of me, believes that they are scared that the reproduction rate, like they're losing when it comes to minorities, is there everybody's mixed.
Mm.
Everyone is of another, you know what I mean? Like they definitely feel like they're being wiped out. And I
Okay.
think that that was the original plan when it came to immigration reform and all of that. It wasn't
Okay.
about money. I think it was about the reproduction. And then the other thing was the kids. They're whatever weird sick shit they got going on, they are into stealing children. They are all about separating families, taking
Hmm.
families, and separating children. But where they messed up, what I noticed, girl, I didn't even get to tell you this through text. I tapped into a part of TikTok where it's white girls that are defending their man because a lot of them are with, men from other countries that are being
Mm.
deported, and these white girls ain't fucking around. These white girls, they're like, I'm at the embassy. I'm looking for him. They said he was going to be sent to this detention center. Let me show you the pictures of how it looks. And I said, that's what they get. They fucking with Karen's boyfriends. They taking Karen's little calitos and all of them. And Ramon's are being sent back, and Karen's are not having it.
Yo, that is so. You know what? And you actually tapped into something very interesting too that I'm seeing. It's like we're on the upside down now for sure, where we're seeing how, like, instead of, I mean, obviously the minority groups are always, they're going to be targeted, but now I am seeing a lot more like Caucasian people just going through it, just going through it.
They honestly, the two people that were shot by ICE agents, two or three, were all Caucasian.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like they're playing themselves. I wish I had the button from Hot 97. Congratulations, you played
You played
yourself.
yourself.
So it's like they're causing their own riots and their own people to rally up against them because they messing with the wrong ones, I guess.
Nah, this is legit. Like, that's what I'm saying. Isn't it weird? Isn't it so weird? Like, everything is tipped upside down. Like, I think,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, from the government to the music to like everything feels weird. Like,
Yep.
and but there is a form of like, it's interesting. I mean, I'm seeing like a lot of people take on like how your lens too, where it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you mad? Oh, you mad now? You protesting now? Oh,
Right.
okay. Now you can, well, go ahead and do. I'm seeing a lot of that where people are like, go ahead,
And
because
I
we were
see a
out here.
lot of a lot of black people are like, this ain't our fight. We gonna watch them. We gonna watch them go against each other, and let's see that we gonna sit this one out.
Yeah, right, because everybody's like, oh, this is atrocious. How can you stand idle? The same thing I was saying earlier was just like, how can you not say anything? How can you, during
Yep.
these times like these? And I am seeing a lot of people just like, times like what?
Right.
Times like what? Because there's always been times like these for us.
Always, always. And right now, it's kind of interesting to us. We're getting to see MAGA versus MAGA. Like a lot of people,
Mm.
I was telling you with the Candace Owens, I don't like Charlie Kirk, but I like that if he was racist, the only person who had his back is a black woman. Like I
Mhm.
enjoy the little things like that when I'm watching all of this tea. And I think it's important that people don't get so caught up in it where they're angry freedom fighters, where
Yeah.
they're, you know what I mean, where they're like going out and they're going in the line of fire. But I notice we peaceful protest. Whenever it's something angry, they always say that even those people are put there on purpose. I saw a video where this guy came and he set something on fire. They jumped his ass. They all surrounded him and they were like, why are you doing this? Who sent you here to do this? Because we're peacefully protesting and you came here, set a fire, and then tried to walk away. Like they're even infiltrating the protests to make it look like we're wilding out when we're not. And everybody's just like, it's Scandal. I urge everybody to watch
Yeah.
Scandal, to watch shows like
Mm.
Scandal, because it is very much very true.
Oh wow. Yeah, well, we've been saying this for a while. Like I said, this will probably be a good time for me to say this because I don't know what's going on in Dream World, but
Mm.
I'm having a lot of dreams with people of power and a lot of dreams with celebrities. And now, like I've told you, you're my dream journal. Like that Ryan Coogler dream that I had, where he was
Mm-hmm.
silent and sitting down, and he was like, he showed me, or I don't know if it was him or what the scenario was, but I'm being shown someone. It's a little graphic, but being shown someone like sitting in a car and being shot,
Mm.
and but he's just kind of sitting there, almost like a guide, and just like not saying anything. But in my mind, it's like life imitates art, and I'm like, okay. And like I'm seeing that there's just a lot of scenarios that already, like,
Mm-hmm.
we've watched it in movies, we've been watching it in the shows, and we thought it's so good. But it's like,
Right.
no, we're dead serious. We're trying to tell you something here. Pay attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's in the movies. It's in the shows. Like, not trying to make everybody a conspiracy like leader.
Even with that, even like with the messages that came out, even with the movie Sinners, right? Sinners came out, and then what was it? They put like a random Timothy Chalamet movie came out like 5 days
Yeah.
before the year ended, and that was Sinners competition. Like I was like, I don't like this feeling. Like I don't like
Yeah.
that we always have to work twice as hard. This movie meant so much to, you know what I mean, to not even just the black community in this 3D, but in the spiritual black community. Sinners was such an important movie. Any movie that's giving out a message, and then it's like we still got to compete. You got
Yeah.
some random fucking movie that comes out right before the deadline, and that's
Yeah.
the one. Like it's just
Because
weird. It's just weird. And
it
I
is
hope they
weird.
keep trying to push these messages and keep like having those type of movies, because I feel like we've had a lot of producers give us gems in the last couple of years, whether it was Get Out, whether it was Sinners, whether it was Zoe Kravitz movie, like what's the one that Jamie Foxx was in? Tyrone, something with Tyrone, and they
Who cloned Tyrone?
who cloned Tyrone. Like there was a time where we would have never been allowed to see those movies. They would have never let those movies come out.
Well, you know what? I think that they did, but it wasn't us telling those stories. It was the
Hmm.
Twilight Zone. And
Yes.
so, because it was white people telling us that, like, how they were doing those episodes where everybody looks the same, everybody got their
Yep.
face done the same. Like, I remember these weird
The
episodes of
mannequin
Twilight.
episodes and stuff. Yep.
Yeah, you remember? So it's like it's entertainment because it was them, doing it. But now through our lens, it's like, wake up, trying to tell you something.
Yes.
Now we
Yes.
now we're perked up because we're like, oh, this is an interesting take because I feel you. Like, I'm
Right.
the way that
Right.
you're telling this story actually does make sense. I feel like because I just watched Sinners.
Mm.
Yes.
So that's so crazy because I remember with all the hype around it, and I remember you saying like I haven't seen it. And y'all, I'm gonna brag about my girl. My girl did a whole photo shoot right before since she was touching Michael B. Jordan. Both of the twins. She met both twins.
Oh my god, both. It was crazy. Yo,
So how
that
did you feel seeing the movie?
it was a surreal experience now to watch this movie, and I'm really grateful, man. I'm really grateful to have had the experience of seeing them and working with them in person, and then being able to feel just how like grounded these guys are and how real they are. And
And you
then
felt the nerves because it didn't come out yet. When you were working with them, this was the rollout. So that was
right,
the nerves. You felt like, oh my God, I'm getting chills right now. Like everything. You felt like the power of what was about to be released to the world, and them like having this vision and message,
yeah,
and
and
not
then
even knowing how spiritual it was.
just then like realize, yeah, like not knowing at all about that, and then seeing just even like the approach to how I wanted to light it. I didn't know enough about the film, but I was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I want to have some light, some dark, like just playing on the colors, having some, just the way that everything came together on that set. I could just tell that these individuals, they create this such synergy, like that things flow, things just
Yeah.
flow, and the way they would just like locked in. I'm like, okay, this is a soul connection. Got it. Okay. So it felt really good to be able to like. I mean, it was incredible because I already was a fan, but I
Mm-hmm.
had no idea what this was about to be. So yeah, a year later now, literally a year later, I'm watching this movie down the block from me, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna, okay, I gotta watch this about four more times then,
Mm-hmm.
because it was just so much to take in, and I'm trying to process all the messages in the movie, plus thinking about, yo, y'all, oh, you deserve it
And
all.
what I need you to know, and this is me channeling again, what I need you to know is you being a part of that was not by accident. Like they called you in spiritually. Everything about that movie and everyone they worked with, Michael B. Jordan said he sat with hoodoo, spiritual, like all the top females in
Wow.
voodoo because he was like, I'm not gonna let homegirl play this part and disrespect and say anything wrong or do anything wrong. So in order for you know how one of them, the girlfriend, she was very into hoodoo, they sat down with real hoodoo priests and priestesses because he was like, I'm not gonna have somebody playing a role without doing my history. That whole set was blessed. He wasn't going to play with vampires or talk about vampires without it being blessed. Like he had the big spiritual dogs on the set. So when I heard that interview and I was like, of course, that's why Mel was a part of it. Like
That's
that's why like she
cool.
don't even know like everything about that was spiritually like aligned and put together and he don't even know. You know what I mean? That he called even that project was spiritual.
Yeah, that's
Cause you know your
incredible.
lens is a portal, girl. And it was like you kind of added a little bit of a blessing to that movie without even realizing and that vision.
That's girl. I'll cry right now. What? Stop it right now. It does feel. Stop it, because even just having the right, like I'm thinking about him being in my dream, him having that video of Ryan Coogler being like, "What's your name, Melody?" I'm like, that's crazy to me. Just like you're right. I think that it's evident that they were very intentional about everything. I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad that you talked about also the how women, like going to the women in spirituality to make sure like he was blessed, because in the movie I also felt that too. That's the first thing that made me feel like, oh, that's fire. Like the women in the discernment bag, it was like
Mm-hmm.
the women got it first, and the men
Yep.
were still processing because they're feeling it in the ground, and we're
Yep.
so connected that we're just like, y'all go ahead and process. I'm gonna go get the garlic.
Yep.
Go ahead
Yep.
and process, but it's game time, and we gotta come up
Yep.
with a
And
plan
they
right
let her do her thing. They if they even
now.
if they were on the edge of believing before in that moment, they were like, she got us. She got
Yeah, yeah.
us. She got us.
We don't see that enough. I really appreciated that part of the movie. I felt like I needed that, because a lot of, how
Mm-hmm.
many times are we the women that are just like, I don't know,
Yep.
and we get even today, like after all these years of having all this exposure to like different
Yep.
mediums and all that stuff, even today we get joked on because it's like you always think it's always a thing, and then
Yep.
it's like y'all put a
A
little bit
lot of
of
times it is. Yep. You gotta watch. You gotta watch.
it's a thing. So that felt really good to watch, and I'm really, really proud of that. Essence, shout out to Essence for inviting me and calling me
Mm-hmm.
to that project, like to do that behind the scenes. It's like forever. I'm grateful. We'll see if like after this, maybe that was a nugget, and
Word.
who knows after this. But yo,
I'm
it's good.
excited because before that it was Usher. And then I'm sure with the Usher shoe, you were like, all right. That's probably gonna be the biggest thing for a while, and then that happens. So it's always
Yeah.
dope to see how the universe works and what pops up.
Yeah, girl, and you go like you're everywhere now, and I'm seeing like I remember when it was a time when we would just sitting our butts down, and now
Mhm.
you're like I'm really enjoying watching like your trajectory, like what you're doing with Chris and your commentary and what you're doing on Twitter. It's like how many hats do you want to wear? So you
Right,
doing
right.
you just oh my gosh,
And
blessed with it.
I used to worry about that. Like people were always like, you got to pick one, you got to just focus
Nah.
on one thing. And I'm like, I can't. I'm kind of all over the place right now. Even
Mm.
this right here, like, we talk about this a lot, and with the YouTube, like I try to put content out, but going live on Instagram, it's been like almost since pandemic days, a little bit after the pandemic, we're going live, reading cards and doing that on the live. So I'm happy that we're back. I'm happy we're getting in our live back. I'm happy you've been whipping out your keyboard on live and getting in that bag, healing lives with music.
Just being annoying on my deck. Because I know people just walking by like, oh, what's going on? Somebody playing the piano? Like, yeah, I'm on my deck just playing random songs on the piano. I'm just
I
like,
love that.
but this is the time to do it. I would encourage everybody, and I'm seeing. I love what you're doing. I'm such a fan of your ability to just be like, which hat do I gotta wear today? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do them all. I'm gonna get in my Mother Mary bag on set while y'all rapping. I'm
And
gonna
then I'll
bless
be
his
like, and then
face.
I'm gonna host a barbecue after, and I gotta cook Mel.
I'm like, who is she? No Wonder Woman for sure. Okay, taking notes. Yeah, man, and so I'm encouraging hopefully everyone too that just passed through here or that'll watch the replay to like this is your time to like step into your individuality. It's not don't feel bad if you're not the person that's marching, or you're
Hmm.
the person that's outspoken. What you're being asked to do in this moment is to be yourself, to be your unique blueprint. You are a soul that is here to express yourself beautifully. There's nothing wrong with you. You just
Amen.
need to express your gifts. And we're
Hmm.
waiting for you when you're ready. And I hope that you guys are encouraged by us,
Yes.
meeting ourselves in this way and just being forthcoming on live.
Yes. Amen. 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 It's definitely giving pandemic COVID vibes where everybody I just feel like is in that creative bag again, going live
Yeah.
again. And like you said, these are the little ways to kind of connect with people. And this is a good way to be freedom fighters by putting people on and kind of calming the tone. This is us. We're doing our own ASMR by talking to people and letting them know that this is it's not normal, but this is the simulation that we're in. This is the avatars that we're in, and we're going to make the best of it. We're going to have fun with it because years ago we weren't even able to do this. Our technology game changed. Um it's all about how you use the technology. It's all about
Mhm.
how you use your chat GPT. I argue with my chat GPT. And it's all about how you use your energy. I'm going to make sure that I save this and put it up on YouTube. I'm going to share it up on YouTube and
Okay.
make sure that we keep doing this. Guys, we don't know what's going on with TikTok, but we'll go on TikTok too, just to make sure that we're, crossing all platforms and making sure we chit chat with everybody. But I want to thank you, Mel, for pulling
Thank
up as
you.
usual.
Thanks for inviting me here. This has been a pleasure to just chat with you, just to do what we do.
Yes, to do
Just
what we do. And I'm sure this week will give us more topics to talk about. And we
mhm.
are definitely going to be back. We'll see if we'll make this a weekly thing or what day is best. But I see we had a lot of people in here. Once it ends, I'm going to be able to get a full count of how many people are in here.
Okay, all right, so fun. Thank
And I'm
you.
definitely
I
going to
really,
clip this up, post. I'm going
yeah,
to post some clips of this.
yay. Okay, yes, and maybe the next time I'll give you guys some more.
Yes, yes, yes. Bring the
Not with a
keyboards
dog
out.
barking behind me. Girl, bye. That's life. That's life, right? That's life. Am
Exactly.
I right? You got to
Oh
keep it going with the
man.
dogs barking behind you.
That's the ASMR for today. That's what type of time we on.
I love you so much. I will get out of your hair, but I'm excited to watch this back and
Yes, me too.
let's keep this
I
going.
love you more, and I'm so happy you saw Sinners. I need you to text me more updates on what you thought about that movie.
Coming up. Coming
Okay.
up.
Good night, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will be back at another date. Bye.